you mitigate the risk. You take something else, anything can happen. But with ours, there's anything can happen.
Yeah.
You might have a wheel fall off halfway
They're
down.
probably
81.
tuned running machines, those vans. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, the good guy to know, the co-host Daniel Berg, and the SID behind the camera, Thomas Ferguson.
Ooh, we're all formal, Michael.
Yes, thank you. I did call myself Mike though, because I can't call myself Michael because Michael's my son.
We got the voice. Yeah, but we can call you Michael.
You can call me
And I
Michael.
can call him Big Mike because he's taller than all of us.
A little bit, yes. Yeah. He's not as strong as us yet, even though he thinks so.
No.
But
Well,
he
yours
does.
from lifting, I have old man strength.
Exactly, stuff too. So another week in the book of Falcon Athletics. So let's do a quick little recap. So what do you want to start with? You pick.
Pick.
You're picking.
Well, I mean, we could start with
We
baseball.
could just pick because we're not sure because Tom's going to tell us about all the
Well,
results.
some
and
of
stuff
them
that-
they are.
Yeah.
I just know that from what we picked up last week, baseball,
Okay.
some wins, some
Losses. So we don't have to talk about the losses. They had some wins.
Right, they
So
did.
they finished Region 19 play in third place.
Third
right?
place, so
So
going-
they will be traveling to Del Tech.
We're going down
This
to
weekend.
Georgetown, Delaware for
Yep.
the Region 19 baseball playoffs.
Yep.
Delaware Tech's the number 1 seed, Mercer County's 2. We're the 3 seed, and Morris is the 4. But even, the 2 seeds swept us last Friday.
Right.
The number 1 seed we split with. The number 4 seed.
So it's wide
we
open.
Swept.
Right.
The 4 seed split with the number 1 seed.
Right.
So there's a lot of.
So it's wide open.
It is.
Yep.
I think in every team having the week off, they'll all be able to have their number 1 and number 2
Right.
pitchers ready to roll.
Yep.
With the opening games on Friday right now at 10 a.m.
Right.
So they'll play Del Tech. Will play at their home field, and we'll play Mercer at Sussex Central High School down there in Georgetown.
And there is a potential of live streaming. We're just not sure which fields are going to be live streamed or not. We're for sure we know that Del Tech's home field will be live streamed. We're not sure if the auxiliary field will have a live stream, and then Tom will figure that all out, right, Tom?
Well, I won't figure it out. But,
Well, you'll figure it out to tell people
I'll
if
get
they
the
want to watch.
information.
Yes.
Mike Ryan from Del Tech.
Can't you just go down with Joe and just set our camera up just to watch our game?
It depends, Mike. Do you want to pay me to do that?
Tom, I have so much money. I would be more than happy to pay. I'll even pay
That's
you
what
some
I'm
extra.
saying. Give me a little stipend from your Falcons Corner salary,
All right.
and give me enough to get down there.
You get paid?
Listen, I have money coming out of I have $0.
We're going to send Joe and Tom on the road.
Listen, I have 2 mints in my pocket. That's going to be lunch and dinner.
Rub them together and
Yes.
hopefully get a third.
lunch and dinner.
So yeah, they're I think Delaware Tech's YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
They'll probably have their home games,
Right,
I guess. So
yeah.
So what'll happen is the winners will play, the losers will play, and after day 1, one team is eliminated,
Right.
2 teams are 1-1, and 1 team's 2-0.
Yep.
Del Tech stays at their field regardless whether
Well,
they
yeah,
win or lose.
just-
So
right.
kind of just a waiting game to see how that all goes. But we're looking forward to them getting on the road, and looks like some rainy weather again.
Of course.
However, as we shared, at least
We won't be.
we don't
in
have
the
to
rain.
physically
Yes.
deal with it because we're tapped
Our
out
guys
at this point.
will be in the rain
Yeah.
possibly, but we will not be in the rain.
Right. Joe Paparelli will be in the rain.
Listen,
Joe's taking the show on the road.
he does not worry about rain.
No.
Well,
unless
it
it's
would
golf.
pour and the rain would just separate above Joe and not even douse him with any wetness and stuff too. So do we have an athlete of the week? Do we have a baseball player athlete of the week?
Yes, it is going to be Zach Walsh
Okay, good.
as our athlete of the week.
Local product,
Yes.
North Pocono,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
Big
Yep.
game on Sunday. More so on Sunday. I mean, he had a busy week. There was a lot of games played between Wednesday, Friday doubleheader, Saturday single, Sunday doubleheader. And then they played yesterday against Northampton.
And not only that, I was his youth basketball coach when he was like 7 or 8 years old. I can't remember. Yes.
So he owes it all to you.
Well,
That's the only common denominator.
I guess so. I mean, geez, So no, congratulations to Zach. Good kid. Comes from a good family, so kudos to him.
Right.
So hopefully he can keep it rolling into this weekend into region play and get on the districts.
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. Softball. They won some and lost some too.
They did. We had a busy weekend. A lot of activities, and you know what? The weather held off
It did.
for the first time in 10 months.
Yeah. Yep.
Or what feels like 10 years.
Right. So let's recap the softball week. So I know that they played during the week, yes, from
Yeah.
our last show.
They beat Orange
again
on Thursday.
Something about when they play Orange, they just pile on the runs. They
Bats
just
come
hit the
alive.
you-know-what out of the softball.
Yeah, they won 21-0 and 14-0 against Orange. So they did well. Then they go down to Chesapeake and they split with Chesapeake,
Right, which is
big.
a good
'Cause
split, yep.
Chesapeake's a good team. They come home. They play Morris's club team and they beat Morris twice.
Right.
So that was good. And then play Del Tech, the top seed, and
Yeah.
first game really got away from them. And the second game,
Second game, I was watching
tighter.
the stream, so it was
Opened
close
up
up
in
until
like
like
the
the sixth or so,
Yeah.
and then they just
They just kind of ran out of momentum.
Stephanie
you know?
Kibbe was throwing a gem up until that point, and I think she just ran out of gas
Right.
a little bit and stuff too. And our bat's just going to keep up. Del Tech hits the snot out of the ball all the time.
They,
but
they always have, and they've really kind of, it's a really competitive region for us for softball,
Right.
Typically, and then just Delaware Tech has just been that standard, especially like the last 3 years or so. I mean, even you've removed the COVID thing from it,
Right.
I mean, I think we won the region championship in 2015 maybe or something, but it's always been a battle. And Jeff has a great relationship with Coach Guy
Right.
from down there at Delaware Tech. So I mean, it was a second time we played them this season. Not everybody plays everybody
Right.
4 games, in 2 doubleheaders, but they were willing to make the trip up
Yeah.
here, and so we had both Delaware teams here on Sunday, and then softball. That was the wrap up of their regular season.
Right.
At the time, they were able to come to an agreement for a doubleheader with Gloucester County Community
Right.
College
This
for
upcoming week,
this
Thursday,
upcoming
yes?
Thursday. Won't have any impact on seeding for either team for their playoffs because region competition is done. But the baseball season got moved up a week, and softball got pushed back a week.
right,
So
so-
everybody's looking to try to get another game, so no one's sitting for, like you said earlier, 10 to 12 days before
Yeah.
you play again.
Yeah.
And then our region playoffs, which we'll preview maybe next week
Yep.
for softball, is the 13th and 14th in Delaware, and hopefully
Right.
it doesn't rain because I'll be there.
It's not going to rain on you neither.
Better
Don't you
not.
worry. It'll be fine.
There's the beach. I'll go and I'll get burned.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be great. So good luck to our ladies. And then last week in their wins, the regular suspects, Emma McNally and Savannah Berg.
I haven't seen numbers like Emma McNally's here in a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, and she's consistent,
Right.
and I mean, dare I say, some Sam Pentak numbers from back in 2000, the spring of 2009.
Yeah.
She just is a hitting machine. Not to take anything away from anybody else,
No.
but it seems like it's always Emma rolling around.
Right.
Some of the teams even know that now, and they try to pitch around.
Right,
her.
and then but
Doesn't
she's got
work.
protection behind her in the lineup with Sky Gilligan and stuff
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
So Sky's really had a good
can't-
season and stuff too. So
Contact all over the place.
Yep.
And when they're hitting, they're hitting.
Yeah, Sky had a good game, a good weekend, and Kat Sommers had a good weekend too,
Yep.
and she keeps her thing going. So there's a lot of power, a lot of pop in the bats. Madison McVicker had a good weekend
Yep.
too. There's a lot of pop.
So although we have Del Tech up here, I think the opportunity to get into that region tournament, and they'll end up facing Mercer
Right.
County in the first
Well,
round.
we don't want to don't give away next week's show. Then
Oh,
we have to
we
come
have
in
nothing
next
to
week.
talk about.
No,
I'm sorry.
let's talk about it. I won't even come in next week.
We'll just take vacation day.
Yeah, we'll take the whole week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll help you pack.
Oh, sounds good. All right.
But no, so I know that Coach Pitt, would really like to get another shot at Del Tech.
Right.
So
Yeah.
let's just leave it
We'll
at
talk
that.
about that next week.
Yeah. All right.
Leave them hanging.
All right. We have no guests today.
We actually might.
We might.
I might be talking to Catarena Sommers today.
Okay, good.
Depends on if the
All right,
schedules
good.
can work.
All right, good.
Take a break.
We're going to have to take a break. So when we come back from break, either it'll be Tom with Kat, or it'll just be us.
Us again after our
wrapping up the
inspirational
show.
commercials.
Commercial, yes.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director for Lackawanna College, and we were able to track down Catarena Sommers, our Falcon Athlete of the Week from last week. Catarena, or is it Cat? What would you prefer?
Cat.
Cat?
Yeah.
Okay, Cat, thank you so much for joining us here on Falcons Corner. Big couple weeks for you guys. You know, really feels like things were starting to click both for you and for the team as a whole. Getting a couple big wins, getting some momentum, getting towards the end of the season. What's been working for you guys?
I think that when our offense and our defense all comes together as one, like it really just puts us like a big jump ahead. Mm-hmm. Like when we come in, we have great defense. We've been having great pitching, so that's been a big help. And then we've been having great offense coming in. Everyone's been hitting. Yeah. So I think that's been really solid for us.
Well, the week that you won Athlete of the Week, you hit 500. You had a really strong OPS. You had a bunch of doubles. In fact, as a team, you guys lead the NJCAA in doubles this year for whatever reason. What has been working for you? Because it really kind of has helped your average climb to where now you're second on the team. Like, what's been working for you?
So I think in the beginning I kind of started off slow because I had a lot of pressure on myself. But then I kind of like took a step back and I was like enjoying the game more. Yeah. And then I think that took a lot of pressure off. And then when I went up there, I just had I fixed my confidence, and I said I just had the mindset that every time I'd go up there, I'd get a hit. Either if it would be like a single or wherever, but I think that helped a lot.
Was it pressure that you were putting on yourself in a way? Are you hard on yourself?
Yeah. Like I always wanted to be on base or help the team out somehow by getting runs in or anything. And then if I wouldn't do that, I'd kind of be harder on myself. But I think I did a lot better. Been doing a lot better.
I know this is towards the end of obviously the scholastic year, but how do you feel you've adjusted as the year has gone on? To the life of a college athlete?
I think I've adjusted better. That in the fall, I did well, but then I think now that it's been going on, it's been I've had the process of everything, classes and then going to practice and getting the schedule down. So I think it's been better. Yeah.
And it's certainly, you guys have kind of developed, as you mentioned, once the offense, the defense kind of comes together, seems like you guys are starting to figure out exactly what you need to, peaking at the right time, if you will. It feels like the team has certainly gotten closer too as the year's gone on, right?
Yes. Well, I think even before we were all pretty close, but I think as the season goes on, we gel more and more. Yeah. So I think that right now we're just at our prime gel moment. So I think that we all get along great, and everyone likes each other. We're all a big family. So I think that definitely helps us.
So why did you come to Lackawanna? You're from Ohio originally. Why was Lackawanna your choice to start your collegiate career?
So I got Coach Tom contacted me, and then I talked to him for a few weeks, and then we set up a visit, and then that's where I met Coach Pitt. Mm-hmm. And then both of them together were just great, and I knew that when I came on my visit, it was a great environment for me. I like the city because I'm from a country, so having the city area was just different, and I liked it. So
and it just kind of rolled from there, right? Yeah. What are you studying here at Lackawanna College?
Business.
Okay, so what do you want to do with that?
I want to do wildlife photography originally, but so I'm going to take the business to either start my own business or I want to work for Nat Geo. Okay. So I want to do the free diving with the great white sharks. Oh, cool. So I'm going to get certified in scuba diving, so I think business definitely helps with maybe starting my own business doing that. Or
is that a product of growing up in rural Ohio and not being near anything with sharks?
I'm definitely used to fishing and hunting and seeing a lot of that, so I think that helped out a lot when I was picking my major.
Not a ton of sharks in Lake Erie, as far as I know.
No.
maybe other things there, but yeah. So do you want to, when you eventually move on to another school, is playing collegiately kind of in the cards for you? Yes. Is that something you want to continue to do?
Yes, that's my goal, to move on after next year and then keep playing.
Now, your parents are very dedicated. Yeah. We've seen them a lot at many of the games that we do, and they've also been very thankful as far as us being able to stream your games and all that. I mean, it's got to be nice to have that kind of support as well, even from far away.
Yeah, it's great because they travel 6 hours every weekend to come to my games. My grandparents come too, so they're all in the car like coming to my games, and it's like a really big support.
And as we know, it's not easy to drive across Ohio or Pennsylvania.
No.
Usually it's supposed to take 6 hours, and sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah.
Just because there's random stoppages here and there. Do you have any superstitions, any rituals that you do?
Yes, I do have a few. So before I go up to bat, I always put on my right batting glove first, then my left, and then I have an elbow guard. I put that on, and then I have like this little foot guard that I put on, and then I put my helmet on, get my bat, and then I go out to the circle to like warm up.
Okay, all right. So that has to happen.
Yes.
Like, kind of in that order.
Yes, in that order every time.
What about pregame? Does anything have to, certain songs have to be played or anything like that for you?
Well, definitely my throwing partner is Gwen.
Okay.
So we always have to throw together, and then when we're not throwing together because she's warming up our pitchers, it's Steph.
Okay.
So.
And that has to be that.
Has to be like that every time.
Now I've had a couple softball players on here, and Gwen keeps coming up in conversation as kind of the one who kind of breaks the ice, like cracks people up. Is that true?
Yes, she's great. She has I forget what game it was, but she has a stick, and we call it Walter, and she always brings it out for the games, and we all touch it. It's good luck. So I think that yeah, she's a great character, and we love her.
So region playoffs are coming up. You guys have Gloucester on Thursday, and kind of like almost a warm-up. They're a pretty good team, obviously 30 wins on the year, so that'll kind of get you guys tuned up and ready to go. What needs to happen for you guys to have success in the region playoffs, you think?
I think if we have the mindset that when we're up to hit, like we all have to get hits, like we all like, I think when our pitching comes together and like our defense be solid, I think that when that all comes together, I think that we'll be solid.
Because, let's be honest, Delaware Tech is obviously, they're the top seed. They're the team everybody's expecting to come out of it. I mean, I think a big thing for you guys was in that second game on Sunday where even if it got away from you towards the end, you guys had a lead against them, and that hadn't happened yet this year. I mean, that had to have at least been a nice psychological boost for you guys.
Yes, it was good to be ahead, and then just it didn't work out in the end.
Yeah.
But I think that definitely when we play them again, I think that we've already seen them twice, so we're going to practice and we're going to keep in mind of like what they did.
You know what to expect,
yeah,
right?
so we know what to expect. So I think that it will come together.
It's been fun to watch you guys, certainly, and we're certainly hoping for more successes. So congrats so far on the year.
Thank you.
Can you believe it that you've made it to the end of your freshman year?
I was just talking to my roommate Kira the other day, and I was like, I can't believe that it's already like almost over.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks, and like classes are coming down, and like our season, which we're gonna still keep playing. But
sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's getting close, and it's sad, but also good in a good way because coming back next year as sophomore. So. Right,
and now I know you'll be upset too because you'll be losing. You're lifting with Coach Mike.
Yes.
That's going to be very hard to not deal with. How are you going to cope with that?
It's really sad, really sad, because that's what we look forward to. Like, he's great, so I guess we'll just have to figure something else out.
I'm sure he will give you off-season workouts to have to do and everything.
So we'll be working through the summer. Like, he'll give us stuff to do, so we'll come back ready.
He'll be in your life in one way or another, right?
Yeah.
Well, Kat, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll see a couple more W's and everything like that. We'll be back with more. It's Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu. Each one of us has a dream. The challenge in today's world is how to achieve it. Now, more than ever, that's the case. Don't fall behind on your dreams or your college education. You can take your general education classes in English, math, and social science locally at Lackawanna College. Our credits transfer to most colleges so you won't fall behind. Call Lackawanna College today to find out how you can stay home, stay safe, and still pursue your college education. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
We are back on the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Michael Rickert.
Ooh.
Danny Berg, Tommy Ferguson.
Tommy. Let's go with Tommy now.
All right, we got to wrap up the show, but we got a lot of football to talk about.
Yeah.
One, congratulations to Forever Falcon, Jaquan Brisker, second-round draft pick to the Chicago Bears, number 46 or 8.
I think it was 8.
Yes, I believe it was 8 too. 48 overall. You know, I saw some names go off the board in the first round, and I was like, man, Jaquan's better than that guy. You know,
Thought
maybe
so too. I saw his Twitter, and he thought so too.
Yeah, maybe it just wasn't the right fit for that team, but the Bears get a good one, and Chicago is a great town, so it would be great for all of us to ride out to Chicago or fly out to Chicago to see Jaquan.
Direct flights from Scranton to Chicago
It
right
would
now.
be beautiful. You know, it's been a while since I've had deep dish pizza.
Yeah,
and,
maybe we could look for something
and
to
shop on the Miracle Mile.
Yeah.
So I'll look forward to our trip to Chicago,
I
sponsored by Lackawanna College Athletics.
I think so. That might be a good trip for next year. Instead of you guys all took the Suburban up to West Point, and I bypassed that one. Maybe we'll just go in November when soccer's over. We'll go to Chicago.
Yeah, I like it. And it's beautiful in Chicago in November.
That's what I was
like,
gonna
I'm
say.
sure.
I'm just saying, maybe Coach Duda wants to schedule College of DuPage on the road or something. Give us a reason to go out to Illinois
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be
on a Bears home weekend. That's
That'd
all
be
I'm
cool.
saying.
Have
Yeah.
fun on the bus. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, well, same here. Same here.
Reason
Stuff
to
too.
go out there is all I'm looking for.
But congratulations to Brisk, and another one of Jaquan's former teammate Savion Williams signed as an unrestricted free agent
that.
to the New York Jets. My New York Jets.
Did he?
Jets.
I saw that late last
Jets,
night,
Jets.
but I fell asleep.
So Big Say, I had him in class and stuff
That's
too.
awesome.
He's a good dude. So you know, he went to Tennessee from here and then left Tennessee and went to Florida A&M. You know, so he has a chance to make the Jet roster, which would make one of my guys on one of my teams, which would be fantastic.
That's awesome.
No pressure, Big Say.
Yeah.
All right, so but congratulations to our Forever Falcons. I'm sure we're
Yeah.
gonna have some more draft picks, you know, down the road like we always do.
So that and maybe some moving and shaking of some guys that are currently in the league now that draft's over, and
Yep.
signings and comings and goings, and I mean, I know it happened a couple of weeks or at least 2 months ago. And one of them, you know, 2 former Forever Falcons are back in the NFC East as well.
Yep. You know,
With,
Mark
Kaiser White
Lewinsky and
with-
Kaiser is
yeah.
in, you know, with Philadelphia. So I like having them back on the East Coast
Yeah,
because
it's
maybe they
cool.
can make some trips, you know, down to Scranton and say hello to everybody.
And then again, maybe the athletic department can fund our trips to
Yes.
Philadelphia and to New Jersey for the New York Football Giants.
Who wouldn't want to go to New Jersey for
For
football?
a New York football game. I would. I'm a Giants fan. This is great.
Yeah, it's awful. Listen, I'm a Jet fan, and I don't want to go to New Jersey to watch the Jets.
boy.
But, you know, wrapping it up with football, spring game is this Saturday, 1 p.m., Scranton Memorial Stadium. That's why I'm decked out in football gear. I am celebrating because today is the last day of football workouts for me. So their summer program is all done and delivered to Coach Duda for me to go over with them next week. Their last lift is today. And then they are off until their game on Saturday
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. So that'll be a lot of fun. I know some Forever Falcons will probably be there. I heard some rumors that maybe some Penn State guys may be in attendance also to see, you know, some of their former teammates and see their former coaches. So it'll be exciting. Hopefully the weather will hold out for us.
Fingers
on
crossed
Saturday.
on that one.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. Thank goodness it's turf.
Yep. And if it is raining, I will be in the press box and I will be nice and dry.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, and I think it's like they've had a nice spring
Right.
season. I ran into Coach Duda yesterday, and even Coach Reese. This kind of said the same thing.
Yep.
Like, you know, it's as they say, they're living the dream, but it's been a pretty good spring for them.
Right.
And then for us as a department, this is the kickoff to the fall season, of which we know that this upcoming fall is the 30th year of Falcon football here. So
So it'd be exciting.
You know, it'd be exciting
good
times
things
to
coming.
have
Yep.
that be literal kickoff, some summer planning, and then come back full tilt in the fall. But kind of see what we're looking at for kids coming back in the fall.
Yep, and just for all those little kids out there watching, if you want to come play football for the Falcons, we had Penn State and Delaware at practice last night also. So, you know, between Penn State, Delaware, Old Dominion, Tennessee, Virginia Tech,
Jacksonville State, I let in the back door to that yesterday to come through.
Jacksonville State. You know, so it was, you know,
It's been a busy couple weeks.
It's been a busy couple weeks, and I believe there'll be some probably representatives at the spring game also on Saturday. So, you know, that would be, you know, pretty cool to see some.
It's pretty cool.
To see some schools out there. So best of luck to all of our
Yeah.
Falcons playing football on Sunday. That is live streamed, yes, Tom?
I believe so, yes.
I believe so too.
Yes.
Also, yes. So it'll be live stream. I don't think there'll be any commentating.
Live stream with the big camera, the big new camera.
Yep.
Yeah, where you can see.
Big new toy.
Right,
Yeah.
there'll be no comments because it's not really like they'll scrimmage a little bit and they'll do some 7-on-7 stuff too.
Yeah,
it's,
so
you
we'll
know,
have there won't be any play-by-play. No
Right.
no wonderful golden tones of John Mendola.
Right.
But we'll just have the steady
right. So if
camera
anyone
of
can't make it,
everything going on.
some of the guys said that their parents can't make it because it's just too far for them to travel, but they can watch.
Will you be announcing?
I would be doing whatever I could be doing. So I'm
Right.
still working some things out with Coach Duda if we're going to do anything at halftime. But I'll be playing some music and
Right.
announcing.
So you'll hear some things.
There'll be some things that,
when
but
he yells first down. Or
as
defensively
we're
third down.
speaking now, players are changing jerseys back and forth, and so I'm not going to be sure who's wearing what number. Because some practice jerseys got ripped and they were asked for new ones,
That's
so they don't
awesome.
have a ripped jersey on Saturday. So, I'll know some names, like I'll know, who's maybe quarterbacking.
We might
and
hear the
catch
booming
it.
voice at some point.
I may
Even
announce
they
a
just say,
touchdown here and there and stuff like that.
welcome
Yeah.
to the annual Blue-White Lackawanna game.
Yes. So there'll be something. So, but make sure to check that out on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
And while you're there, subscribe.
We got to get our subscribers back up.
Yes.
There was a malfunction internally. Something with YouTube made a mistake apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and our 1,500, almost 2,000 subscribers dropped down to 0.
Yep.
And
So
now
we're
we're up
building
to
our way
about 154, I think, last. So get on.
We're built, and
subscribe.
and like
Let's get that back up.
Yep. And then to make sure you stay up to date on all Lackawanna Falcons news, LackawannaFalcons.com, and all our social media sites.
And you can even reach out to Tommy at fergusont@lackawanna.edu.
Let's change his email to TommyF@lackawanna.edu.
I don't know.
We won't do that to you, Tom. Don't worry. So, all right, great job this week. Only 2 more shows left.
2, that's it. At
And
least
then we're
he's not
done.
French toast. He's no FT though.
Yes.
No.
He could be TF.
Yes.
All right.
Perfect. All right, we'll be back next week on the Falcons Corner. Take flight.